Thank you so much to those of you supporting the channel on Patreon, including the big patron of the month, the Nerd Therapist. Thank you. Hello Pokemon Master, my name is Toby, and thank you for clicking on this video. One of the big plot points, one of the big villains of Generation 7 was Giovanni. Giovanni, the leader of both Team Rocket and Team Rainbow Rocket, and there's a difference, I'll get to that. This villainous character in the world of Pokemon always appears as an adversary, and back in Generation 7, he appeared in 2 out of 3 of the main series games. He appeared in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and is now still appearing in Pokemon Masters. That's right, Pokemon Masters. This video has been sponsored by DNA and Pokemon Masters. Said Pokemon Masters a lot. This video is both a speculative Pokemon theory and an exploration of one of Pokemon's most fundamental characters, Giovanni, and that's kind of what Pokemon Masters is all about. It's a 3 vs 3 free-to-play Pokemon game for mobile. You can get it on the Google Play or Apple Store using the link in the description. It's got a story, it's got a co-op mode, but the thing that really sells it to me, the thing that makes me I'm still playing it, is how the people who have made the game, DNA, they've really done their research in showing off all the different masters of the Pokemon world. Whether that's the player characters, the champions, the gym leaders, or of course, evil team leaders, as is now the case with the new Lurking Shadows Giovanni event that is available to play right now. So you're going to want to click the link, grab the game, and check it out. Because yeah, Giovanni is still up to no good, and it's going to be up to you to stop him. Thank you to DNA for sponsoring this character exploration, because we got a lot to talk about. Specifically, why this version of Giovanni in Pokemon Masters is Team Rainbow Rocket and not Team Regular Rocket. Well, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, it's kind of a retelling of Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow specifically. And this is really Team Rocket's origins. Team Rocket, I think, has been going for a little while by the beginning of the game. Giovanni is the head of the Viridian City Gym, but that is just a front for his crime organization. And he's not like a lot of other evil team leaders. He's not trying to destroy the world, so to speak, so much as just take over it using sheer power. Yes, he's a respected gym leader of the region, but he is also, and as seen in the animated series, the creator of the most powerful Pokemon, Mewtwo. Now, that isn't exactly the story in Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Let's Go Pikachu, or Let's Go Eevee, but throughout that game, he is after the Master Ball, the most powerful kind of Pokeball, and in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, we see Giovanni carrying a Master Ball, and in it is Mewtwo. So it's very much implied that this is Giovanni's goal throughout Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So really, Let's Go is the backstory to what's going on with Team Rainbow Rocket in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And of course, the backstory to the Giovanni we're meeting in Pokemon Masters. Now, this Giovanni, he wasn't stopped by any of the player characters. Instead, he was successful in his plans. He did in fact capture Mewtwo and take over the region. And in the post-game of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, Ultra Wormholes appear over the Aether Paradise, and Giovanni takes over with Team Rocket members. This is the most powerful that Team Rocket has ever been. Their plan is to take over the whole Alola region, and they're not alone. They take over this artificial island with a number of other villainous team leaders. Archie and Maxie from Team Aqua and Magma, Lysander of Team Flare, Cyrus of Team Galactic, and Getsis of Team Plasma. Even Faber of Aether Foundation is there. Anyone who's anyone is here. And that sounds an awful lot like the plot of Pokemon Masters. It's set on an artificial island called Paseo, and all of the best Pokemon trainers, good or bad, seem to have been summoned here. And I don't think the parallel is necessarily coincidental. Again, this is getting speculative. Have you ever wondered how all of these powerful Pokemon trainers appear on the island of Paseo? Well, small spoiler for Pokemon Masters, at some point you see Hooper flying around. Hooper is a Pokemon that can open up portals, and yeah, it's a very mischievous Pokemon. And it's kind of implied by the dialogue with some characters like Hapu, who was just walking around Alola and then suddenly found themselves in Paseo, that maybe Hooper brought them here. It makes sense. Hooper's been used in the games before, such as Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, to open up portals to allow you to battle legendary Pokemon from across the Pokemon world. It's also been seen in its own movie doing the exact same thing, gathering legendary Pokemon from across the world all into one place. And at first glance, it seems like this is the case. But do you really think the story would reveal that so early on? You don't have to be very far through the game to see Hooper. Maybe it's not supposed to be a big mystery. Maybe we're not supposed to overanalyze and think it too much. Bad job I'm here then. Maybe the point of the game is just to enjoy all of the amazing characters that appear here. But here's the thing. The idea that it's Hooper, while totally possible, might just be a little bit of a misdirect. See, the Pokemon world has confirmed the existence of multiple dimensions. It exists within a multiverse. That's explained during the Delta episode of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and then later confirmed in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, where we see different versions of Maxie and Archie depending on the game. The Maxie and Archie that are part of Team Rainbow Rocket are actually their original forms, their original outfits from Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. And these characters, including all of Team Rainbow Rocket, have traveled to the Aether Foundation through Ultra Wormholes. All of them, when you interact with them, talk about how their plans were complete. They had caught the most powerful Pokemon, and just as Archie was about to be crushed by a giant wave, or Maxio was swallowed up by a fissure, Cyrus was engulfed by the shadow Pokemon Giratina. As soon as these bad outcomes were about to happen, they woke up here as part of Team Rainbow Rocket. Ghetsis pretty much says that he was summoned. And by who? Probably by Giovanni, to help establish this new dominion with Team Rainbow Rocket. Of course, Rainbow Rocket, Giovanni carrying Mewtwo is defeated by you in the game Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and it seems that after that he's gone off to the island of Passio. At first glance, that does seem to be the case. But I'm not so sure, because this could be yet another telling of the events of the story of Giovanni. We haven't yet seen whether Archie and Maxie are going to be in the game and which outfit they would be in, which version of the character they are. But I don't think we need to, because we have seen the characters of Lyra and Chris. Chris is the female playable character of the Johto region. She appears in Pokemon Crystal, and Lyra is also the female playable character of the Johto region who appears in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. In the Pokemon Adventures manga, they are actually amalgamated into one character, but it seems in the game, certainly in Pokemon Masters, they are two separate characters with their own stories. Two characters who are both starting characters from Johto on the same island. Almost as if they're from across the multiverse. And in fact, when you think about it, the idea that some of these characters, like for example Red and Blue, might be just invited to Passio regularly by Nia, and others might be summoned from across the multiverse, that actually begins to make a lot of sense. For example, the character of Hal has an Alolan Raichu, and which is a Pokemon that he gets during his Alola adventure. But the character of Nanu invites Grimsley to the Alola region, which he's already done during the Alola adventure. There's no time when this game could take place, unless a lot of the characters have been displaced from their point in time. Much like the various villainous leaders of Team Rainbow Rocket are. I mean, there is a Pokemon timeline of sorts, and for all of the leaders to be in one place at one time means that they've been grabbed from all over the timeline when their evil plans were set into motion. You'll find out when playing the Lurking Shadows event, but it seems that Giovanni's intentions on the island of Passio are not to be trusted. He seems to have his own reasons for being there. He was certainly up to no good in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and definitely up to no good in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon when he's trying to take over the world. And the way that he's doing that, by the way, is traveling to Alola through Ultra Wormholes. That's how he brings everyone there. And Ultra Wormholes are said to lead to other dimensions. Hooper, we don't know specifically because it's not an Ultra Beast whether it can travel to other dimensions or just whether it can portal around. But the Ultra Beast certainly can under the control of Giovanni. And he got help with that by the scientist Faber of the Aether Foundation, and we know some of the other Aether Foundation characters are likely to show up as they're seen in the Pokemon Master trailer. Talking about you, Luzine. This Rainbow Rocket, this Giovanni. Is it possible that the events in Passio are not happening after Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon at all, but in fact, they are happening before it? What if the island of Passio, bringing all of these strong characters together, is Giovanni summoning together Team Rainbow Rocket and using the tournament as a way of deciding who's going to be on his team? And while some characters did, yeah, they just got invited to the tournament by Leah. I mean, some of these characters have to be this has to be their home universe. And I mean, not everyone is already confused as to why they're there. Lots of people just got invited to the island, but lots of the Pokemon Masters are confused. What if they were summoned, using the power of some legendary Pokemon, whether it's Hooper or an Ultra Beast, by not Leah, but actually Giovanni? What if that's the thing that Giovanni is up to no good with? What if right now Giovanni is trying to establish Team Rainbow Rocket, starting by having Mewtwo in his possession? That is all just speculation, but just somewhere my mind has been going. I'm fascinated to keep on following this story that DNA is telling. I want to know why all these characters are here, how they got there. And you can go ahead and make a start of finding out for yourself by downloading it using the link below. Thank you to DNA for sponsoring this character exploration, because that's what the game is really all about. As well as the incredible 3-on-3 battles, the co-op mode, collecting all of the trainers. Really learning about the trainers has been my favorite thing, and learning more about Giovanni is absolutely something to look forward to. So thank you to them for sponsoring sponsoring this video, make sure you use the link below to check it out in the iOS or Google Play Store. Good luck in defeating Mewtwo. Make sure you take some powerful Pokemon with you. I'm obviously going to suggest you use those Dark, Bug, and Ghost types, and of course, soar high, Pokemon Masters.
This is Ash Ketchum. You just watched a video by Birdkeeper Toby. That makes you a Pokemon Master.